What's cracking, fam? T-Money down in the dungeon. Uh, it's been a minute since I've done a video, so I felt like I should probably get one in here right now while I have a little time. So, yeah, hope everybody's doing well. There's been so much that's been happening, or that's happened since the last video I did. I think it was, January, February, somewhere a long time ago. I think I've done one video this year, maybe two. But anyways, yeah, so I don't know. Usually I just stay at home and watch movies and work and shit, but I actually went to Salem, Mass, like a month or two ago, and I met Linnea Quigley and the cast of Night of the Demons, and I got this sick thing signed by Angela, and I also got the figure signed by Linnea's character as well, but I don't know where that is, so yeah. I have like absolutely no room in this basement, so I've been moving a lot of stuff to storage, which sucks, but so yeah, there's a lot of shit there. But yeah, so and then I went to Texas Frightmare May 26th, and that was a fucking blast. Flew out to Texas. I've been to Dallas once before, like 15 years ago, and so that was a lot of fun. And I met some really cool people, or just good shit, man. All together, a great weekend. Got all kinds of cool swag signed. I know if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted or no, I didn't. I posted in the Facebook group. Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Sorry. The steelbooks that I got signed at the convention, all kinds of cool stuff, posters. I fucking bought a wagon from Walmart when I got down there because I had so much swag I had shipped. So I was literally walking around the convention with a wagon, and just it was a pain in the ass. It was actually hard work. Like, it was more work than it was just like fun, really, because you just had to hustle from when it started to from when it finished. I had like an agenda. I had like a list of things I wanted to get signed and celebrities that I wanted to meet. So it's just like I had to there's just a shitload of people there, so I had to really get after it and wait in lines, and it was just crazy. It was intense, but all in all, it was really fun. I got to meet the homie Jesse from Diabolic DVD for the first time, so that was really cool. And the dudes from Paul Bearer Press, super cool. That dude was really cool. And then, yeah, celebrities. Probably the two coolest or the two nicest were definitely Andrew Divoff, Wishmaster, and then the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt. Those guys were fucking so cool. Andrew Divoff, actually. So this is a crazy ass story. So I missed my photo op with Andrew Divoff, and I'm waiting in line to get some autographs from him the next day. So I finally get to his thing, and I'm like, "Hey man, I missed your photo op," and I knew he was doing selfies or whatever. So I was like, "Do you think we could grab a selfie?" And he's like, "You're cool with that? You missed the photo op? You sure that's good enough?" I was like, "Well, I mean, yeah, And he's like, "Well, you know what? It's not okay with me." He's like, "Come with me." Line of people waiting to get autographs from him. He just walks away. And well, he had like kind of like a minute, but as we were walking away, like a group of people came, and they're like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I gotta go take care of this guy real quick." So literally, I went in the like the little back fucking celebrity elevator or whatever, like the celebrity route, and up in the elevator with him, and we went to go get the photo op done. Of course, he gets up there, and the dudes that run it were like, "Yeah, sorry, we already broke it down." So we had to go back downstairs, and we just got a really some really good pics, and he gave me an 8x10 for free and signed it up, so that was fucking really cool. He was a really nice guy. Some other celebrities, not the nicest, like Tom Savini. He was kind of a douche. I mean, the first day I met him, he wasn't a douche. He just was all about his business. Like, he didn't want to hear anything that anyone had to say, basically. So like, give me your shit, I'll sign it. And he has a good eye though. Like, I'll give him that. I had a few things signed from him, and I was like, "Where do you think you should sign?" He's like, "Right here," and his signature is awesome. And yeah, it came out really good. But maybe I'll do a video sometime soon. I have a bunch of prints that are getting framed right now. Actually, it was a dumb idea. I went to Michael's to get them framed, and they were like, it was the really expensive pictures that I got were like the cheapest. They had the frames on hand, and then the cheaper movie posters that I had got signed, those were the ones that they ended up framing for expensive. So it was just stupid. So every other picture I have now, I'm just ordering like a cheaper, even the 41 by 46, I forget the dimensions, but those like big movie posters, those, if you buy those frames like stock online, they're like $80. So I mean, that's expensive in itself. So anyways, you know how I do. I lose my train of thought like constantly. So wherever I left off, but it was a great time at Texas Frightmare. And yeah, so sometime when I get all my shit in the same room, who knows when the fuck that'll be, I'll maybe do a video and show you guys all my swag. Until then, follow me on Instagram. I try and post stuff like that. So my Instagram got hacked, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last video, but so haunted_hallways with a Z is my new one. It's no longer T-Money86 because some douchebag hacked the shit out of that account. I think this is old news, but so yeah, give me a follow because I've been struggling to get, you know, I never really had that many followers anyway, but I've been struggling to just like get anybody to even know that I exist anymore. And if you want to like, you know, because I haven't been doing videos as much lately, obviously, sorry, I'm super stoned, so we'll just put that out there. So that'll be an excuse for anything dumb I might say or do in this video. But yeah, if you want to, you know, see where some shit from me once in a while, go on Instagram, because I post frequently. All right, so anyways, let's get into the video now. You guys are like, what the fuck? Cheers, though, seriously. Been a long time. You guys like this shirt? I just got this shirt today. Fucking Gutter Garbs is the fucking tit, dude. They are so good. Always putting out cool shit. So anyways, let's get into this update. All right, first up, Knock at the Cabin. And I'm just going to preface this by saying, you guys know I'm a fucking nut job. So I have the standard edition, but this is the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. I just grabbed what was accessible. I don't really spend a lot of time prepping for videos these days at all. I never really did, but these days, since I do videos so infrequently, it's easy for me to just grab a bunch of random shit and, you know, just show it in a video without any real planning or anything like that. So anyways, I did watch this. I do have it. I thought it was okay. This is the Knock at the Cabin. This is the new M. Night movie. You know, it's just, these movies are like, I don't know, like Nope and all those, like, I don't know what you call them, but just like modern day M. Night and the dude who does, they just remind me of, they're like similar directors. I don't know how to describe it really, but it's just kind of like, you know, something bad's gonna happen to everyone, and then there's like a reverse twist. It's like different from how he used to do things. Anyways, I don't know. It was okay. Everybody raved about this. It wasn't a bad movie. It just, I didn't love it. So there's that. This one I didn't see yet, but shout out to Chucky Gore. He had mentioned that this one was a lot of fun, so I picked it up. I really did like Attack the Block. I thought that was pretty fun. Alien kid comedy horror type shit. So yeah, I don't know if this is anything like that, but kids versus aliens. So we'll check that one out. This one, my brother and I have been trying to watch. We haven't gotten around to it yet, but it's a new one from Severin, Alien from the Abyss. We've been on like a Dark Side of the Moon, fucking like space horror kick lately. So yeah, can't wait to check this one out. Severin. It's probably like a late 80s space horror movie, so cool. Alien ripoff. This movie was fucking horrible, terrible. Don't watch it. Don't buy it. Take it from me. I don't know. CGI was horrible. Totally nothing to do with any of the previous like story. It was just bad. It was just a really bad remake of Children of the Corn, and I don't know why I didn't expect anything more. Although I did when that movie first came out. I thought it had some like buzz, or maybe I'm thinking of a different one, but it was supposedly good, but it was terrible. Don't watch it. Shout out to Roy Dam on Facebook. My homie, he does mods. So I buy a lot of mods from him. I like to support him because, you know, he doesn't own a store or anything. He just does this kind of shit. So, and he puts out movies that you can't get. Like Barbarian, great movie. Watched that recently. Had a lot of fun with that one. Picked that one up from him. Hellraiser, watched that recently, the new one. That was pretty good. I don't know. I had issues with it, but it was pretty good. I just thought especially with Hellraiser, the makeup effects of the Cenobites, other than like maybe one or two of them, were pretty bad. I don't know. I just didn't dig on it that much. It was okay. Some of the kills were good, but I don't know. It was really dark too. But yeah, Barbarian was awesome. And then I just saw Boogeyman in theaters last weekend. That wasn't very good. A lot of like creature, excuse me. One problem that I have with, if you're watching my videos, you know I fucking digress all over the fuck. I lose my train of thought. I just say whatever the fuck I want. It doesn't matter. So hopefully you'll be okay with me just like randomly going on weird ass tangents. But one problem that I have with a lot of modern horror is that I just wish they used more practical effects, and they all seem to have like this crazy fucking CGI monster at the end of all of them, like Smile, Boogeyman, even Barbarian, and it's like it started with like Wreck, and there's just like it's like the way to go, and it just bothers me because if like for example the Boogeyman was actually like a fucking creepy made up like old boogeyman creature man more, I don't know, if they did it like differently, I think it would be so much more effective rather than having like crazy jump scares with like jacked up volume, and it's like you can feel it, like when they're gonna do it because everything just gets super tense and loud. It's just Hollywood really needs to like get more creative and fucking just not be so lazy with shit, man. But I don't know. That's my 2 cents on all that. So anyways, back to the video. Roy Dam, shout out to the homie. He got me these. This movie was excellent. Speaking of original, I guess, what do you call this? Shot on video? Not shot on video. You know what it is. It's found footage. Excellent film. The first one, Hell House LLC. This is old news. You guys have probably seen that movie a long time ago. Came out a few years ago. And then, my throat's really itchy. Sorry, guys. Took like one gigantic fucking toke before I did this video, and I was hacking for like 5 minutes in the bathroom, so I'm still like super dry. But yeah, Hell House 2 and Hell House 3, not nearly as good. The second one, I think, they just get worse as they go on, or maybe vice versa, I can't remember. But these ones weren't amazing to me, but the first one was, I enjoyed quite a bit. Here's a new one I watched the other night. It's got Cool Duder in it. He does like a little cameo like he does, which is kind of cool. Night of the Axe, just a low budget, maniac slasher movie. Oh, God, there was another one I got recently too. But it's okay, it is what it is. It's super low budget, shot on video style fucking slasher. Budget SRS cinema style stuff. But hey, at least it's practical. And I like to support the indie filmmakers. Every once in a while you get a really good one. Alright, so here's some dope media books I picked up. Chillers, which is actually a really fun trauma anthology film. If you guys haven't seen it, highly recommend you check it out. I bet you Vinegar Syndrome will drop this one within the next year because it needs a Blu-ray. But this is a DVD from, what is it? Yeah, Super Spooky Stories, whoever puts them out. Germany or UK edition. So, cool media book. And then we have this cool media book, Return of the Living Dead. Kind of bothered me though because it came like dented kind of in the center. It's like creased, and these sold out pretty quick from Amazon Germany. But I was on a Return of the Living Dead kick after I met Linnea, who was super nice, by the way. I didn't mention that. She was so sweet. She wasn't even, it didn't even seem like she was going to charge me until I like offered money. I could have been wrong. It could have been coming, but she was just such a sweetheart. And the photo we took together didn't come out good, so she was like, I was like, can we take another? She was totally chill, super nice. Angela was nice too. Mimi Kincaid. And I also met Goretta. I had this to show you guys too. The demon chick in the movie theater in the beginning of Demons. She's also in like Rats and a Fulci movie as well. But she was really nice too. I actually sent her some sauce. Haven't heard from her yet, but hopefully she liked it. She was all about it then. But yeah, she was really nice, really cool, and it was cool to meet all of them. We didn't know who she was at first. Well, my brother, I was in we went to the showing in Salem. It was a Night of the Demons showing. Linnea was there. Angela was supposed to be there the first night, but her flight got delayed, so she ended up coming the next day. But they were there all weekend in Salem, and my brother, who's doesn't know the characters quite as much as I do, was out and talking to Linnea, and Goretta was like, "What am I, chopped liver?" And because he wasn't like acknowledging her at all. But once we found out who she was and all that. She was super cool and very friendly and iconic character there in Demons. Fucking classic. She's the chick in the beginning who puts the mask on, dreads, and she's a badass for sure. So let me get some water in there. All right. So that's all that. All right, I'm going to focus now, guys. From now on, I'm just going to go through the movies. So this is one I picked up, I think, from Orbit or something. It's like an Asian late 90s slasher movie, I believe. Well, the movie is called, the English title is 1999, The Deadly Camp. If any of you guys have seen this one, let me know. I don't know when it was actually made. Of course, I can't find it on here, but yeah, totally old school DVD release. I don't know anything about this movie, but it was intriguing, so I think this was used on Orbit, so I picked it up. Any of you guys have seen this, let me know. Got this sexy edition. Haven't even watched this yet. All these beautiful 4K releases of like some of my favorite movies keep coming out, and they're just coming out so fast that I can't keep up with them. But haven't watched this 4K yet, so Lost Boys classic. But this is the UK Uber edition. Super sick, heavy box and shit. All right, I gotta start putting stuff on the floor. Grabbed this one from Diabolic. Yeah, I like this movie. This is the Maniac remake. This is one of those like VHS box things. I just kind of grabbed some of my cooler editions that I've grabbed recently. I don't open these. They're for collector purposes. Obviously, I already have this movie, but yeah, I like this one. It was different, totally different from, from the original, but it was still good. It took me a little while to get over like the first person thing, but it was unique, original. I appreciated it, and I thought it was pretty solid. So haven't seen it in a while. I should revisit that one. That was the Maniac remake with Elijah Wood, Alexandra Aja, who did some really cool stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, I got this rad skateboard since it just fell over down there. This is from Vinegar Syndrome. I cashed in all fucking my like years of points to get this, literally years of points, because I have most of the releases, so I was like, fuck it, I'll get this cool skateboard, but I don't know if it was actually worth it, because it was literally like a month ago, and I've been buying from Vinegar Syndrome. I've been a subscriber for at least 4 years, and however many years before that I was buying from them. I stacked up all these points. You guys know their point program. So yeah, this was a big one, but it's kind of cool. I don't skate or anything, but maybe someday I'll put it up, hang it or some shit. All right, next up we have Piranha. I already lied to you guys. I already started talking about other shit again. Yeah, I like this movie. This was the remake, I think, from 2010. Some good nudity, some cool, fun kills. I love the original Piranha, and yeah, I like all of them. There's 3D. I always get confused with the remakes, but I definitely remember I enjoyed this one. There's some really good gore in it. I think maybe some bad CGI too, but some sexy babes, and it's just kind of fun. So that's the Piranha remake, and I don't know if I have this. I probably do. But yeah, clarify that for me, guys. It's the original Piranha, which I love. Then there's Piranha 3DD, and then there's, I think, this one from like 2010 or 2011. I could be totally wrong, but I remember liking it for sure. One of my lesser, least favorite Kevin Tenney films, I guess you'd say, but still a classic. And everything he did is pretty good. But yeah, Witch Trap. Speak of Linnea, another fun Kevin Tenney film. So yeah. This one just barely came out. I haven't watched it yet. I've seen this movie, but not this release. It's just a Blu-ray from MVD. Let me know. Has this one come out on, I think, maybe Scorpion? Somebody put this out. Let me know who. So I guess it's just a re-release. But then I got this badass Tunnel edition from Umbrella. I remember a long time ago, I think Moods recommended this. And yeah, I mean, it's classic found footage. I don't really remember it. I definitely watched it, picked up the DVD, and now we've got this awesome edition. So I got to revisit it. I just remember it being a good found footage movie, The Tunnel. So cool. Grab a sip of this Coke. Sounds mighty good right now. All right. Now I have been keeping up with the Vinegar Syndrome releases. But this movie was kind of a special release for me because I love this movie. Code Red, rest in peace to Bill Olsen. And sorry about that, peeps. I pretty much fucked the video up, so we're gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna try and edit it, but if I can't, then we'll just have to do it in 2 sections. It's amazing that after all this time, I still don't know how to fucking seamlessly edit a video. So I'll probably just do this one, and then you'll be surprised. I fucked up, the video will stop, and there'll be a part 2. Maybe I'll put it in the description or something, but where I left off, I was talking about rest in peace to Bill and Walt Olsen from Code Red and Scorpion. Say what you will about those guys, but I feel like they definitely impacted the direct-to-video market and just introducing us to like obscure movies that nobody had really seen before. Some of my favorites, honestly, those guys. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have known about The Redeemer, Ghost Keeper. That's one of my all-time favorites. Just great settings in those Code Red movies. Slithis, and then this one here, Curse of the Blue Lights. I was a little disappointed with this transfer. I thought it was kind of ass. It's cool that Vinegar Syndrome's putting out, paying like homage to them and whatever they're doing. They're putting out a lot of the older. Severin's done it. All these companies are doing it, but giving us better releases of some of the older Code Red. Because if you know Code Red, you know they definitely weren't famous for highest quality picture. But you know the movies were obscure. This one kind of looked bad on Blu-ray. A few of the others they released have been really good. But I have a feeling they just had a bad work print on this one. So unfortunate, but this movie's classic. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Some of the makeup effects in it are great. Typical cast of horny, dumb teens or, you know, young adults just partying out in this countryside, and it's like the Curse of the Blue Lights. It's just a classic like story basically setting. So highly recommend it. Makeup effects are awesome. I gotta kind of burn now through these because I don't have a lot of time, guys. But so I showed y'all those, showed y'all these, showed y'all those, showed y'all that. Body Count, this one's fucking awesome. Shout out to Roy Dam again. Really fun slasher, Italian slasher movie. Directed by Ruggero Deodato, who's classic, obviously. Just fun. Again, Hag Mask Killer. Kind of reminds me of what's that movie that Synapse? Curtains. A little bit similar in that respect. I could watch a Hag Mask Killer all day long. Love it. All right, then I got Renfield. Haven't watched it yet. Heard good things, but I don't really like comedy horror, so we'll see. But I'm curious to see how old Nick Cage does in his role as Dracula. And I always love the character of Renfield, so hopefully it's good and not too funny. Probably is going to be pretty funny. But anyways, speaking of Code Red, I don't know how I feel about what happened. I'm not going to go into my personal feelings about the whole Dark Force Entertainment thing. But hey, I'm happy that they're putting out movies like Final Exam on 4K. And then in honor of Code Red, they're putting Dead Pit, which is another classic Code Red release, on 4K. Scream, not so much. Not a very good movie. Not to be confused with Hollywood Scream. But anyways, it's cool that they're doing 4Ks. So that's kind of like Bill Olsen's side company and that sort of thing. Okay, this next one, Don't Fuck in the Woods 2. I actually really enjoyed the first one. Haven't seen this one yet, so we'll have to check this one out soon. Can't wait, because I did love the first one. I had backed that. Took forever to come out. Finally came out. That's dope. Classic 70s suspense thriller proto-slasher type movie, Twisted Nerve. This is from Umbrella. They're putting out some really awesome releases, so yeah, stoked to check that one out. Couple Mexico Macabre box sets we got. I got this one in the mail today. I've only seen Brainiac and The Witch's Mirror. I had the cool little foreign DVD of The Witch's Mirror clear case edition thing. But Curse of the Crying Woman and Black Pit of Dr. M. Stoked to check those out. And then these ones I've never seen either. Carlos Enrique Mexico Gothic films. That's awesome. I love the Mexican slashers that Vinegar Syndrome put out. But yeah, I got to dive into this shit because I'm sure I'm going to love it. So these are beautiful releases. Vinegar Syndrome and Indicator Powerhouse Films. Sexy ass releases. So dope. Then I picked this up because the owner of Orbit DVD posted about this on Instagram, saying that this movie just came out. Or I mean, I'm sorry, he just picked this release up and he didn't know it existed. I didn't know it existed either. Had to grab it. Phantom of the Paradise, kind of a weird movie, but I enjoy it. And this is a steelbook, an old steelbook from Arrow, so that's awesome. Speaking of that, I've been on kind of an old school Arrow kick lately, trying to collect all of the window box edition. So I grabbed finally City of the Living Dead. By the way, shout out to Jesse and Diabolic DVD and Cauldron Films. They just put out a fantastic 4K of this. And they also put out a fantastic 4K of Frankenstein 80. Picture quality, top notch. Those guys are really doing high quality transfers and high quality work all around. Anyways, this is the old Arrow window box release, just for collector purposes. Classic Lisa and the Devil, and also Obsession. So I'm getting there. I have most of them. There's a couple that I don't have. Maybe one day I'll do a video and we can find out together what I'm missing. Again, this is the video of Roy Dam selling some of his stuff. Had to pick this up. I love Zombievers. I thought this is a comedy horror that I actually enjoyed a lot. Good kills, just fun, sexy cast. But yeah, this is a sexy ass limited steelbook edition, German release. Never owned this before, so had to pick this one up. Stoked on that one. I Saw the Devil, fantastic film, beautiful release. Just got this in the mail yesterday. This is from Umbrella again, putting out some hardbox stuff. Umbrella got to step up their Vinegar Syndrome releases, though. They're doing a lot with their label, but since they've been a part of Vinegar Syndrome, the releases have kind of just been like leftovers, in my opinion. But anyways, I Saw the Devil. Can't wait to revisit this one. Great movie. Just a seriously fucking intense horror movie. So serial killer movie, whatever you want to call it. Fucking A. Beautiful release. Just got that. Victor Crowley, Hatchet Face. Love this movie too. Just the first one. Not a big fan of the sequels, but had to grab this media book. I got this from someone on Facebook Marketplace, I believe. Awesome. And then Wolf Creek, the show. I think I've never seen the show. I've obviously seen the movie and the sequel, and I actually really enjoy both of those movies. They're quite good. But yeah, this one, got to check it out. This is from what's that company? Viavision. So they've put out some cool releases recently as well. Wolf Creek, I like that little lenticular action. So shout out to what's the director of this movie's name? Billy Pond. Circus of the Dead. When I was at Fright Film Fest, it was all Terrifier. By the way, the guys from Terrifier were really cool. I met them, super chill dudes, very down to earth, and I'm glad that they're I wish them all the best. I wasn't a huge fan of Terrifier 2. Thought it was a little overkill, over the top in like every way. I loved the first Terrifier, and I liked Al Halsey too, but that was a different character and everything. But anyways, this movie is like, it needs more love, man. It's like a semi-modern. It's not really like a Terrifier, it's more of like a group of circus freaks basically, and they're torturing this. I can't really remember the plot, but I remember enjoying it. It's a solid movie. It's actually pretty serious in tone. I know this director does a lot of like quirky, kind of like Bill Sabub horror type stuff, just like sleazebag, SOV, like horror that I'm not a big fan of rape horror, stuff like that. But this movie's really good. Circus of the Dead, serious tone. The characters are cool, and actually the dudes from Terrifier shouted this guy out during their they like had a meeting or whatever. I forget what you call it when they speak on the film. So that's cool. I missed this one, the original Zombie window box edition. This one was hard to get, so I was glad to check that one off the list. And then last but not least, we're gonna end with Friday the 13th, the series. Yeah, got this one, all inclusive box set. It's got all of them. Watched a couple episodes. It's okay. It's not my favorite. Freddy's Nightmares, same thing. It's okay. It's an okay anthology series, I guess you'd say. I mean, more just like mindless brain food that I can turn on at night and watch a couple good episodes, but not nearly as good as Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Crypt, but still happy to have it. And we'll check out the rest pretty soon here. So anyways, that's it, guys. That's my video. Hope everybody's doing really well. Miss you guys. I'm still alive, so I guess that's good. But yeah, I'll try and be in touch. I'd like to do a video with all my all the shit I got at that convention, because that was fun. It was a lot of work, and show you guys what I got. So anyways, love you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Be safe, and we'll see you when we see you.